Ooh, ooh, ooh. Aloha there, and do. Let's see where we left off. So let's go into fairs and festivals. I already went through the ones through was it February through April, so I could go down to September and October. So Trindrushwad Mavdev Fair, September through October. The small hamlet of Tanata, about 75 kilometers from Rajkot, is the site of one of Gujarat's most well-known annual fairs held here during the first week of Bhadrapad, September through October. This fair is primarily a marriage mart or swalmar for the tribal youth of today who still visit Tanatar to find them a suitable bride. The tribal youth are elegantly dressed in colorful doits, waistcoats, and eye-catching turbans come to be chosen by village belles dressed in colorful finery. So, 300 stalls selling food, refreshments, exhibiting embroidery, and cattle shows. The matches are identified by their large, colorful, embroidered umbrellas and their distinctive haircuts. So it's like a fair for matchmaking and dating. Now you have November. This fair is held every year of Voltra, where two rivers, the Sabarti and the Voltra, meet. Like most fair sites in India, this is also has both mythological and current religious associations. Yeah, it talks about the dimensions and then talks about the influence of the temples. What is most significant about this fair is that it is the only major trading fair in Gujarat and is on par with the famous camel fair at Pushkar Rajasthan or Rajasthan, then Rajasthan. However, the only animal traded here are donkeys. Hmm, interesting. So yeah, several communities include farmers, laborers, and people belong to several castes show up to this fair. Now another one fair in November, the one we're talking about was Ratha Mela, and the next one for November is Shamlajo Melu. The Shamlajo Melu, also called the Kartik Purnima Fair, is held the month of November every year and lasts for about 2 weeks. It is attended by almost 200,000 people from adjoining districts and even from Rajasthan. Devotees belong to various castes and communities, including the Garis and Bins, throng to this festival. Alrighty, seeing all the groups coming here, especially going to the temple. This temple This temple is of a great archaeological significance as it was built in the 11th century. Apart from a Dinesh of deity in the temple, the pilgrims considered a bath in the river Meshwal essential. And then you have the Nata Fair. The Venagarada Tanata Fair is one of the most happening events in Gujarat and is held at the temple of Shiva or Treshwar, three-eyed god, properly known as Tanata. Popular belief associates the village with the Swama or marriage of Draupadi after Arjun performed the Yavid, an unparalleled feat of archery. Villagers from all over the state, dressed in their brilliant traditional customs and costumes. My bad, I said customs. Costumes and exquisite jewelry flock to Tanata. A Fratabi feast for the eyes is the Rasada, a captive folk dance performed by hundreds of women moving gracefully in a single circle, dancing gaily to the accompaniment of four drums and Jojava Pava double flutes. It is the district Sheren. All right, let me see. Sher Sher Sherenjwarangar. Oh. Coach Otsavi. The Coach Montavi is usually organized during the end of February and the beginning of March. The Coach region in Gujarat abounds with plentiful beaches, fascinating wildlife, and beautiful palaces and monuments. Sanskriti Kanji Fair. The Sanskriti Kanji Festival shows the different cultures of the states of India. It is organized in the winter session in the capital city, Gandhinagar. All the competitors of India come during this fair and show their state's culture and dance. It is a 10-day long festival and is located in the bank of river Sabarmati over 12-hectare landscape land. Timing for Sanskrit Kunj between 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. and every evening from 7:30 p.m. The folk song and dance performances would be presented. The Shamlaji Fair, the Shamlaji Shrine. Actually, you know what? This is in my mind right now. Where I am curious, what is the capital? I mean, we probably could go to Google Maps to see what comes. India capital. So let's look at the map to see where is geographically located. Alrighty. So, states and union territory map of India. So, Gujarat, Gandhinagar is the capital of the state of Gujarat. So, when it comes to looking for the capital, I can't simply look at the map to look through that. So, okay. So, the country capital is New Delhi. Now, having a festival here, Kunji, Sanskriti Kunji, or just to say Sanskriti, is hosting a cultural festival, like a 10-day festival under just cultures of each state. And yeah, I thought it would be in the capital, but it seems like that place is a popular destination that people would just celebrate there. Or there's a bunch of festivals that hold around different states throughout the year that people just enjoy themselves. So yeah, capital is New Delhi. Now let's just make sure it's located in the map. It said New Delhi in Delhi. So let's see. And a part of National Capital Territory of Delhi, New Delhi is the seat of 3 branches. Okay, so National Cap, the NCT. Now the NCT is its own place, so it's not part of a state. Interesting, because that is, well, I'm thinking about the US of A with Washington D.C. not being a state and not entirely a territory because it has governance that is not like a territory like Puerto Rico, Northern Marianas, Guam, American Samoa, and US Virgin Islands. Yeah. The US has 5 territories. So what is it? 50 states and 5 territories. That's one I'm thinking. But yeah. So that probably means that if in its own place, area, the capital, they probably don't host many festivals, and they probably emphasize so many other states to do festivals in order to have some hegemony in Indian nationalism, or to the extent where India, the government, the people in the government sector, and who enforce all these other things around every person's life, host a cultural event to showcase how everybody goes there. Because the thing with India is that it's a very diverse country that when it comes to every states being one country, they all agree to be a confederation of many states, people groups that work together in order to have a strong country to work with, rather retaining their own sovereignty. So it's pretty much having the backing of a union and a central government while still keeping a sovereignty towards things. And that's really interesting. And the fact that they have a fair of it. Well, and even Pacific times between 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. and every evening from 7:30 p.m. Now the Shamlanji Fair. The Shamlanji Shrine and the site boasts of the ancient and glorious heritage. Thousands of tribal people flock to the Shamlanji Fair. Alrighty. Those who have crossed Banapani is known as Paramha, who claim themselves as Allah, but he... let me see. Who claimed himself as Allah, but he also does not know that in Lord Vishnu, who seems to be idol, in whom thousands of universe takes birth every moment and gets destroyed every moment. Still, he fulfills the desire of Bhakta. Bhakta associates or joins himself with Lord Vishnu, who is also known as Sri Krishna. Famous Saint Nashma Mehta writes Hundi on the name of Shamali Sheth in the time of his distress, a type of promissory note which was honored by Sri Krishna. Sri Nashnu Mehta wrote poetry in the honor of Sri Krishna that became Mahatma Gandhi's prayer song. So it's a fair that explores a lot about ancient history, customs, and traditions of following a story. That's the case. Like thinking about like traditional Christmas Eves, where not the ones that you celebrate Santa Claus but the resurrection. Not even the resurrection. No, the birth of Jesus Christ, and follows all the story about the three kings going up to give baby Jesus a present from each of them and stuff. But it's telling them one of the stories, and they had a whole fair about it. Besides a holiday, so it seems like they really do like fairs and stuff more than in the U.S., where we just have a holiday where we pretty much just hang internally instead of going out. Besides New Year's, but even then, I take it they also celebrate New Year's too, unless there are so many fairs they just get tired out. Now, the Vatna no Melo, situated in the confluence of two rivers near Ahmedabad, the site attracts people of all communities. Animals, particularly donkeys, camels, are sold in large numbers during this fair. So, an animal festival. Alright, let's see, that's what I have too. Oh, okay. Now, other than national observed festivals, some festivals are specific to Gujarat. Okay. So let me actually go here. There's a disclaimer under fairs. Around more than 1,000 fairs to celebrate in Gujarat. The state is known as the land of fairs and festivals. Some of these fairs and festivals are as follows. So these are part of national but somewhat states. But there's also Pacific ones. I take it in Pacific places. Like other than nationally observed festivals, some festivals are specific to Gujarat. So let's see how Pacific they are. I'll probably go to the detail because looking at the time, yeah, no, not much. But yeah, Makara Sankranti and Kite Flying Festival, Dance Festival, Madhara, the Coach Montasava, and the Parandra Paranma I could probably look at a video of these festivals once I'm finished with this. But pretty much next time, I'll look into it. Anywho,